And like Paul says, I've been there 10 years, and I went to Hippocrates in 2006 and did the health educator course. I did all of this because I had cancer, heart disease, and I weighed about 70 pounds more than I weigh now. And through raw food, I healed. And I was in the medical business. I was a paramedic for Dade County, and I refused all medical intervention. I went to see the doctors. When they told me what they were going to do, I said, no, you're not doing that to me. I'd rather go home and die.
Amen.
So I really thought, I'm going to die, let me die now. I'm not going to let these guys butcher me and cut me up in little pieces.
Amen.
And radiate me and all the stuff this doctor wanted to do to me. I said, no. So my daughter researched, and she says, Dad, you can heal by eating raw food. And I'm thinking, how's eating salads going to heal? I mean, these guys want to attack like a nuclear war, what they want to do to me. Make a long story short, I go to Hippocrates. I did the whole 9 weeks there, the whole educator course, and somehow it sunk in. Before that, I've been to Mexico. I've done ozone therapy. I went to another clinic for 3 months. I did high-dose intravenous vitamin C therapy, which Linus Pauling won a Nobel Prize for. I did all these things, but they really were just Band-Aids. The real truth is I healed when I started eating raw food. That your body can fix anything if you allow it. Robert Morse on the other coast says there's no such thing as an incurable disease, only incurable people. People that won't take that step forward to do something proactive to help themselves. And then once I started to heal with the raw food, I'm thinking, wow, this is like unbelievable how your body reacts and how it can heal. We've been there 10 years, and it's more like a hospital. I get so many people coming into that restaurant with diseases, diabetes, cancers, thyroid issues, and I tell everybody the same thing. Look, I'm not a doctor, I just run a restaurant, but this is how I heal. And the people that have actually changed and done the raw, they heal. They get better. Some people, well, I can't do that, it's too hard. They don't heal. I've had people that have I have one man that was injecting insulin in his body for four years. He hated it. He says, I have to do this for the rest of my life. I talked to him for 15 minutes about raw food, and he decided, I'm going to try it. What do I have to lose? He hasn't had insulin shots in over 5 years now, maybe 6. And he's lost 30 pounds. He looks great. And it's because he went raw. Raw food works, and it's your body's immune system. You stop sabotaging it on one side, and now you are giving it what it needs to function. It's almost like you have a Ferrari, and you're putting the right fuel in it, and the right oil, and that thing's going to go 200 miles an hour. But you put in the wrong fuel, then it's going to sputter. It's not going to run right. So that's really it in a nutshell. Raw food works because it's what we were designed to eat. Everything you eat should be able to spoil. Think about this. If it will not rot, if I can't put food on this table and it will not spoil, how's your body going to break it down and take the nutrients out of it? If it's something with so many preservatives, which keeps it whole, and you can put it on that table for a month or for years, like some of the stuff from McDonald's, your body can't break it down. It can't use it. Food has to rot. Food that can spoil is good because it's fresh when you're eating it, and your body breaks it down real easy. That's why we need the enzymes that inherently are in food. Anything that's not fresh and raw has no more enzymes. This is raw almonds, which I've soaked, which I dumped the water out because you guys understand about enzyme inhibitors? You guys know all about that? Okay, this one, the enzyme inhibitors which kept these things dormant were down the drain. Hello, welcome. So now these almonds no longer have that in them. They are now in the initial states of sprouting. Once they've been soaked in water overnight, they started the sprouting process. So all the enzymes are awake in this nut, and that's what we're going to use. If you guys want to get some of these recipes, they're up here. This one is for the almond milk we're doing now, and then after that, I'm going to show you brownies.
I'll pass them.
Yeah, pass them out. Grab them there and just pass them out to everybody.
Thank you. What was your name again?
My name's Raul. My cards are up here too if you guys want to pass those out. This is for my restaurant. Anybody wanna grab these and just give everybody one? It's in Plantation, it took me about 40 minutes to get here. It's Broward Boulevard, so it's just up, man.
I'm about 3 miles from you, and I go to your restaurant about
Oh,
two,
yeah.
3 times a week when I'm in town.
Yeah.
And I can never figure out, everything is so fabulous, I can never figure out what to order there. I'm like, I don't know,
You know
Pete.
something? It's all good. You know why?
It's very
Because if
good.
something isn't a wow, in my opinion, it's not on my menu.
Yeah,
I have to like it.
thank you.
If I don't like it, I don't put it on the menu. And I have all these people, I have like 10 employees and I have all these chefs that work for me and they're always trying to come up with some recipe. They all have ideas. And if I taste it and it's not, you know, this is just mediocre, it's good, but it's not like something extraordinary. It's not on my menu. But every once in a while I get people that come up with something like our pasta pesto, which is a Matthew Kenny recipe because I've had 2 chefs working for Matthew Kenny. They introduced it, I said, this is wow, this is, and I get a lot of people that come there just for the pasta pesto.
I know. I want to get it every time, but every time it's like, I don't know. I usually go with what I know. Spaghetti meatballs and cheeseburger and
The cheeseburger used to be our #1 selling item in that restaurant. And it was even on, we've been on Check Please Channel 2 9 times on primetime TV. And that was the #1 food that everybody liked, the entree, the cheeseburger. Now it's the curry falafel. I went to California and I met Chef Ito from Alox. He's Vietnamese.
Excellent.
He inspired.
He didn't talk to you.
He won't talk to you because he'll write to you. He writes little notes, but he won't talk. He hasn't talked in 10 years,
Yeah.
maybe longer.
Longer. Wow.
I asked him, when are you going to talk? I mean, you can talk. He says, when I have something to say.
Wow.
That was his answer.
So which recipe of his do you have? The
I
falafel?
have 2 recipes that were inspired by his soul wild rice dishes.
Okay,
Okay?
pyramid.
The one is the curry falafel,
Okay.
which he wouldn't tell me anything, so I had to figure out how to do the curry sauce, which I dreamed about one night and I did it. And then I have steak teriyaki with mushrooms, portobello mushrooms on the wild rice.
Yeah.
And I was just there last week, and I went to his restaurant, and I got inspired to do the paella that he has. But of course, they don't tell you how to do it. They wouldn't even tell me how to sprout the rice. I figured that one out. I do it the way they do it now, because they said they do it in 24 hours. I'm thinking it takes me 3-4 days to sprout one.
Yeah.
How do you do it? They wouldn't tell me. So I did some research, and you stick it in a dehydrator at 118 degrees for 24 hours. And it soaks, but you have to put it in a sealed container so the water doesn't evaporate, because the first time I tried it with the lid, when I get there, the top had evaporated. It was as hard as a rock that way.
Yeah. That's how you learn by experimenting, by the way. That's how you learn.
So you have, I
His
put
green pyramid dishes.
his stuff is so good. He is just genius.
What's his name again?
Chef Ito. His restaurant's called Alox. It's in Fountain Valley.
How do you spell that? All that?
AU, one word, LAC, second word.
So is this new location in LA or is it?
I go to the original one.
Yeah,
He
I like
opened
that.
up a new one, I think. In
Yeah, in
San
LA.
Marcos.
I've been to both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the other one's right on Skid Row. Like
What
right-
nationality?
Yeah.
What nationality?
I think he's
Japanese?
Vietnamese. I think he's a Buddhist. I think he's a Vietnamese Buddhist.
Yeah.
But he's a nice guy. Really nice guy. Real smiley, pleasant. Just doesn't talk. I don't get it. But it's okay.
Well, we're glad you're still open because Matthew Kenny stuff keeps, opening and closing.
Matthew
Oh,
Kenny
no,
is
it's
just
all
a
over
whole
the place.
different human being who's out to make money. He's in the business world. This guy, he's in the business world too, but
Yeah.
he's got more passion for what he does. I mean, I am too. I'm in the business world,
Yeah,
but
yes.
I like what I do. I enjoy, eating this kind of food, and I enjoy having people eat it, and I have to like it. And that's what the old place I eat.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the almond milk. There's different ways to make almond milk. There's different recipes. This is just one of them. Where it says 1/4 cup agave, at the restaurant we started using, this is the original recipe and I have the agave right here. We started using date paste, which is just dates, 50% water, you put it in this machine and it's 1/4 cup of date paste instead of the agave, but it comes out really good. It tastes really good with the agave, so I decided, let's try it here. Like I said, this is 1 cup of dry almonds that I soaked, so now it's probably 1.5 cups or maybe 2 cups because it's soaked. Okay? And it's real easy. It's real easy to make this. Like it says in the recipe, what I soaked, I'm going to put it in here. Okay? Then I'm gonna add 4.5 cups of water, which I believe is what she gave me. Close to, let me see, cups, this is actually got more. So I'm gonna measure it from here. Use a cup measure.
What was the measurement on the almonds?
The almonds is 1 cup of dry almonds, which is important because once they soak, you're gonna get about 1.5 to 2 cups. They're gonna expand, but it's still 1 cup of dry almonds. Okay, so blend water and almonds in Vitamix until smooth. You know what? I know I forgot something. She might have it. I need a little strainer bag. Can you ask her? And a little bowl. Do you have one there?
I'm gonna make it all.
Yeah, here's one.
Yeah, sorry, that's
Can I borrow this in this bowl? And then I'll clean it up.
Yeah. So I was gonna make almond milk also.
Oh, okay. I knew I forgot something when I left this morning.
That's
Okay.
important. If you didn't have that, then
You could still drink it, but it just have a little bit of grit to it,
yeah.
which I've done. Okay, you blend the water and almonds into Vitamix until smooth. So that's the first step. We're gonna put it in there. And the Vitamix, you guys know that these machines have gears in them. So whenever you start one, you start it on low so that you don't jar the gears. Start it on low. And then you slowly turn it up. Doesn't take long. It takes maybe 30 seconds. When we turn it off, do it the other way. Right from left to right, and lower it and turn it off. And another thing, and you guys all have Vitamixes, right? They have a gear that costs about $80, $90, the gear. I kept losing, because I have a whole bunch of these. I kept losing the gears, and what I found out is that you never soak this container underwater. The company will tell you, wash it from the inside, have the soap foam up, wash it, rinse it, but you never soak it, you never submerge it, because the water has a tendency to leak through that seal, and once it does, it'll blow the seal out. All of your grease will come out, and this is ruined basically.
I never knew that. Really.
You can replace the bearings.
You can replace the bearings with a special wrench, which I had to order from them, and I kept replacing I mean, they would last a few months, and I'm thinking, God, these things are $90 a piece. And they told me, no, you're submerging it. I said, yeah. And they said, no, you can't do that. So I don't submerge them anymore, and I haven't lost any gears since.
Well, I don't know, because I submerged mine, and I've had mine for 15 years.
Well, you must have the old kind. Is it metal or is it plastic? Yours. It's a plastic.
Oh, it's plastic.
Yeah, they had ones that were metal that lasted forever. You could submerge those, you could do anything you wanted to.
I have a blend tech, and on the bottom it was plastic,
Yeah.
so I had the same problem. So I sent it back to them. I had to buy another one, and then they said stainless steel made a difference. And I've had it for a while.
And you still submerge it. Yeah, they told me that not to submerge it, and it works. Okay, so now I'm putting it in this bag. And the pulp that we're going to get out of this, here I'm probably just going to dispose of it. But over there, what we can do is we make almond bread with it. And you can make herbs, which they work. I've done them 3 times. And then I've been there 4 times sitting in front of him with different people, consulting different things. He does the iridology. He looks at you when you walk in through the door, and he already figures out half of what's wrong with you. Just by the way you walk, the way your skin looks, your eyes. He's amazing.
He's in Florida.
He's in Port Charlotte, Florida. If you look him up on YouTube, he's got hundreds of videos on different diseases. He's a good guy.
On the floor?
He's a really smart man.
We watched the video.
Yeah. Have you done his herbs?
Yeah.
I've done some,
What did you think? Did they work?
yeah. Well, I don't have any health problems, so that.
I did, and I did his herbs, and together with the raw food. Herbs are more like cleansers,
Yeah.
and if you're doing the raw, you're not dirtying the body anymore, but now you're cleaning. It's almost like trying to clean this table,
Yeah.
and I give you like a really good cleanser, and you're cleaning it, and it's clean. And on the other side, somebody's shoveling dirt on it.
Yeah.
It's never going to work.
Yeah.
But when you stop that sabotage by eating clean food and do the herbs, it works incredibly good. So, okay.
Did you do his detoxification?
I did it 3 or 4. I've done it 4 times. The 12-week, the 13-week. Now it's 13 weeks. And he's changing the formulas.
What's his last name again?
Morse, M-O-R-S.
Dr. Morse, Robert Morse.
He's in Fort Charlotte, Florida.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. He's a really good guy. Okay, so what I've done now is I've drained. I'll put it back in here. And this is the pulp in here that we would normally use and save to make almond bread and almond milk later on. Okay, so let's put all this back. And now, if you keep reading, it says place milk in the vitamins and blend well with the remaining ingredients, which is 1 teaspoon of sea salt. This is just to give it that little extra taste. It tastes better with this. And then I have some vanilla here. And then this is a 1/4 cup measuring device.
With the date paste, you would soak the dates overnight also?
The dates with date paste is real easy to make. You take dates and you pit them, and you use 50% date, 50% water in this machine, and you blend it and it becomes a paste. And voila, you got
Okay, so no need to soak the dates overnight,
No.
soften them, okay,
No.
good.
You don't need to. Okay. So you guys are gonna get to taste this.
Remember, if you are taking a blood test, you can't eat it.
Uh-oh.
So just hold it on the side, you can have it later. And if you are taking a blood test stuff, then you fill out your forms. If not, fill it out now. You got yesterday for the kid?
You guys better hurry and get your blood test.
Nothing helps when it-
You gotta taste yours.
You can hold it until later.
Eat.
Yeah.
Here's one.
Okay, so if we're following the directions, we call it cheesecloth here, but it's really a nut bag. The cheesecloth has got larger openings. Okay, so now, let's see, Alana, I'm gonna turn the Vitamix on from right to left again, everything's on. Turn that on. We're only mixing, so it's all done. Voila, you have almond milk. Let me tell you about this almond milk. It's real, it's full of enzymes, it's the real deal, not what you get at Whole Foods in those little boxes that are sitting outside of the refrigerator and they have like maybe a year shelf life. It's just white water that used to be this. I don't know how they do it. They heat it up, they do something. This milk in a sealed glass container in the refrigerator has a 4-day shelf life. And like I explained to you before, that's wonderful. That's what you want
Yep.
because the fact that it will rot means that your body can actually use it.
That's right.
You drink this milk and your body's actually getting all the nutrients out of it because, like I said before, if food doesn't go bad and rot, your body can't break it down and use it.
What substitute can you use for the agave?
The date paste. We can use a 1/4 cup of date paste, which is just 50% water, 50% dates with the shell and everything. Just blend it together. And right now, that's what we're actually using at the restaurant. This is how we used to make it, but I found these recipes from before, so that's why I brought them. But it actually tastes better with agave. Agave has really good taste, and when you're making like the chocolate sauce, nothing works except agave, unfortunately. We've tried everything. That's the only thing that works. So now that we've made this, if you guys wanted to taste it and you're not having your blood test, I will. He said, Paul says if you're having a blood test, you can't have anything yet.
Yeah, if you haven't said, just hold it on the side. You can have it after the blood test.
All right. What a phone man.
Such as
That's a lot of